Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That is degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts, like the chart behind me showing American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL. And as we can see, there has been a many month long downtrend, which began in the middle of July. This is the high of 1908 at the top of this downtrend, the beginning of this downtrend. That was on July 13th. And so from that point, it has dropped down to what is now around $11 a share. And so I'm just going to throw up this little channel that shows, for the most part, all of the bars, with a few outliers, have been within this channel trading downwards. And I also have these couple lines at the bottom, which in order for those to make sense, I'm going to need to take a step back. So just zooming out, candles shown on the daily time frame. And let's see how far I can zoom out. Okay, so this horizontal line had a touch point of around $10.63, or right around $11. This was on October 28th, 2020. But, I can also take a step back even further, looking at the weekly time frame, and we can see that that support, level of support at the end of October in 2020 actually goes back to what was resistance in around November 2010, and also resistance end of October, around November 2008. Excuse me. And so I think that's a pretty interesting line to consider. And then also this other trend line that begins in July 2008, which would be like, the financial crisis back then. Also includes a touch point for, let's see, this low over here, or the beginning of this downward level, corresponds with the pandemic lows. And so this level of support, also with this touch point here in 2011, goes back, more than a decade. So it seems like it's pretty significant, and that is basically where we're at right now. We're actually trading below it. And so these are weekly candles. The week isn't over. While we did close below it last week, the week is not yet over. There's still one more trading day. So if we do close above, let's say, $11.40, we would then be above this trend line. However, what I find a little bit more interesting is if we take a step back even further, looking on the monthly time frame. So each candle represents 1 month. That again goes back to the end of July 2008, with touch points in 2009 as well as 2011, coming back to pandemic lows 2020. Support, as you can see on this horizontal line, which served as support over the course of many months in 2020, and we are basically right around those points. However, the month of October is not over yet. It will end on Tuesday next week. So I am very curious to see if we close above approximately $11.30, 40 cents, something like that. Next Tuesday, that would be Halloween, October 31st. And if we do, I think that this very long-term trend line, this very long-term level of prior support, prior resistance, that would suggest to me that it's possible American Airlines has bottomed. And if we then zoom in again, looking on the daily time frame, there is potential, if this is the bottom, for it to go from around $11 a share back up to 19, or perhaps filling some of the gaps that existed along the way, such as one right around $14, or this one up here, which is around 18. So there's a lot of great potential for upside with this. However, there's also potential for downside in case for the possibility that this trend line, that this level of support is broken. It could return to prior lows such as $9 a share, $8 a share, or lower. So we'll have to wait and see. But for the time being, I am very intrigued to see what happens to this chart by the end of October. If it closes above this trend line, above this level of support, I would say that's fairly bullish, and this could be a great time to open a position. But again, like I said before, Degen Ed, degenerative education, and so no financial advice. But if you do enjoy this kind of content, make sure you let me know in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks a lot for watching.